Hello and welcome back, everyone. This is me, Endov Gaymez, and I am just getting ready to start the third chapter of the first story arc of Final Fantasy VI. The name of this chapter is The Flirtatious King Flees Figaro. Alright, so where we had left off last time is that Locke and Terra have fled Narsche and have been told to go south to Figaro to get, to get safety. And they were actually under some hot fire because she just went in there and blew up a whole bunch of crap with some Magitech armor, woke up out of a blaze, but nobody knew she was brainwashed, but still consider her a dangerous witch. So Locke, risking his neck, and the Moogle's assistants in the caves defeated the little party that went down there to try to capture Terra and bring her to justice. So they have left again. They've left Narsche, gone to the beginner school, and have headed south and are now in the desert and have just approached Castle Figaro. Alright, now let's go ahead and take a look at everything. See, you can tell I've been hit a couple times, so we still need to heal at some point. Nothing major, but if you do want to, before you go into this part, take Locke and Terra around the desert and gather yourself some antidotes. You can do that by stealing from most of the enemies that are in the desert. I myself haven't done that yet. I do have a couple that I got from doing that, but I don't really have that many. I think I can buy some because when I grinded earlier with Terra, I earned right there 10,717, and that was a little bit from Locke's battle as well, but that's a good amount of money to start with. So let's go ahead and go inside of the castle. Halt! Oh, it's you. Proceed. Locke's like, yeah, dumb bitch, please. You don't get to tell me no. Down here on the right-hand side is a prison. You can talk to those characters if you want to. It's not necessary. I don't know if you can at this point in the game, because this guy doesn't look like he's moving anytime soon. These good-for-nothing brigands have been locked up in the theater. And worse, you'd best keep your distance. Okay, yeah, he's... Ooh. Locke looking back like, you are a dumbass. Ugh. Later on in the game, the left side here, the guy right now says that the Figaro engine room is downstairs. The engines are currently undergoing maintenance, so we can be ready to move at a moment's notice if we need a crisis. But if we try to go there, he's like, I'm sorry, I cannot let you go down there. It is too dangerous. I'm like, okay, whatever. So it's going to be that way for a while. We don't get to go down there. And we don't get to find out what's basically, look, behind him is a switch. So we want to know what that is, but we're not going to find out what that is because this dickhead is in the way, won't move, and please let us over there, but whatever. So here we are, back into Figaro. So those two guards are blocking those areas, so we're definitely not going to be able to go that way. So straight forward, or if you're gay like me, gaily forward. First off, these are two shops that you can go to. Since you have gotten some money, you might as well go ahead and check them out. We're really good with potions right now because we had already received them when we were grinding with Terra. You might want to grab a couple tents just so you have them. And we'll get a couple of antidotes and an ether. Ether is a potion that heals magic points. So if you're down and low on magic points or you're high and you just want to cap off, ethers are good to use to do that. Here's a treasure chest. Ooh, gold needle. Gold needle. Ooh, ooh. We'll try this out now. If you try to sell that, it's not even worth that much money. So a gold needle is nothing special other than the fact that it gives you, if you have the status ailment of being turned into stone, then you can use that to heal your character so that they are not in stone anymore. So here's a couple more treasure chests. We got another antidote, good. Another potion, good. So very basic, but that's good. Alright, these are tools. There's only 2 people that can use them in the game. One you cannot get until almost near the end of the game, so that person doesn't really count. But the next person that joins our team is a toolmaster, so you want to make sure that you have these. The toolmaster starts off with the auto crossbow. Great instrument. You use it when you're in battle, and it hits all of the enemies that you have in front of you. So it really does a wampum as you're trying to get from one place to another without having to take a whole bunch of time with everybody singularly hitting enemies. Noise blaster, I'll go ahead and get one of those. What it does is if you use that, it goes against all your enemies, and it confuses them. So they become confused and they hit each other, or they hit themselves, or they do use their own abilities on themselves. But there you go. And Bioblaster, get one of those. It poisons all of your enemies. So if you use that against your enemies, you will poison them. It does give a decent amount of hit points against them as well. So there we go. And we still have 4,667 gold left. Before we go, that's where we need to go right now. But I'm going to take you one more place, because I know where another treasure is. Ba-ding! Right here. Phoenix Down. You know how we feel about them Phoenix Downs. You need to have them Phoenix Downs. You have to have the Phoenix Downs. If I cannot emphasize that enough, I'm probably going to do that throughout this entire walkthrough and make sure that you know how important those are. Unless you're in a party all by yourself, you need to have them to revive characters that have fallen, and that's very crucial for your success in these games. Alright, now here we are, and what is this? It is the throne room. I could just walk up to the king and nobody gives a shit. The guys stop us at the front door like, you ain't getting in here. But the second we go over here to the throne, people are like, oh, no, he cool, whatever, no, he cool. He couldn't have snuck in this place and have something to kill him with. But whatever, so here we go. And now all secret, Locke talks to King Edgar, and Terra steps to the side. So the king responds with this. You mean this young woman is? Looks her up and down. Who are you? Oh, my apologies. How rude of me to turn my back on a lady on our very first meeting. The young king of Figaro Castle, imperial ally and champion of the technological revolution. So, okay, he's the steampunk master. That's why he gets all the tools. And imperial ally. So now we've just found out that he's actually with the bad guys. So we want to keep our eyes open because we don't know what could happen. If this guy is siding with the Empire, then that's not good. Alright, Edgar. His name is Edgar Roni Figaro. Isn't that a great name? Edgar Roni Figaro. It sounds like a casserole. Casserole. Okay, confirm. He's looking all slick. I am Edgar, the King of Figaro. Hey, surprise someone like me knows a king. Well, I'll catch you two later. So, you're an Imperial soldier, right? Don't worry. Figaro and the Empire are allies. Feel free to rest here as long as you like. It's not in my blood to harm a lady. Me lady. Why are you being so kind to me? Is it because of my abilities? Amnesia. I'll give you 3 reasons. First of all, your beauty has captivated me. Second, I'm dying to know if I'm your type. I guess your abilities would rank a distant third. Question mark? What's the matter? Guess my technique's getting a bit rusty. I suppose a normal girl would have felt something from those words. But not me. She's something. Poor me. I don't know who I am, but poor me. Alright, this is just easy real quick. All we have to do is go to the left. We'll go to the right later, but going to the left here. If you want to, you can rest up here. We don't need to go in there right now because we're going to rest in a minute somewhere else. So if you're in Figaro Castle and you need to, get some rest and heal your HP and MP, go here. That's where you go. There's a couple ladies in there that can serve you, and they're like, hey, we so hot, we want to date that king, but that king ain't paying us no attention. He pays attention to every girl. Oh, so whatever. And here we go. Now this is kind of a cool little part of the story because we're finding out that a little bit not only about the king but about his family. And the high priestess, who was formerly known as the matron in the old version, says, Edgar has a twin brother, you know. He was such a nice boy, always thinking of his family. And here we go with a flashback. So she's telling this to Terra as we're watching the flashback. Edgar, what is wrong with Dad? Why everyone talking about a successor? Are you blind? Haven't you seen how thin his face has become? Blink, blink. What do you mean? Edgar! Are you crying? Edgar's twin brother, who traded the throne for his own freedom. So, and this is Sabine. Sabine Roni Figaro. Doesn't sound as much like a casserole like his brother, but we'll keep Sabine as his name. I've never actually kept everybody's original name before, so this is like new for me. Ah, yes, Sabine. I'm sure he is a fine young man by now. He was just a boy when he left, even smaller than his brother. I often wonder where he is now, and what he's doing. Oh, well, thank you, matron. Aren't you great? Oh my god. Oh, sorry. Go the other way. That little girl wants to marry the king. She kind of looks like me. Maybe in another parallel universe, that's our baby, but we don't know. We don't want her to be pregnant right now. We don't even know who she is. Alright, so all that just needed to be done so you could basically name the character and find out about him, and then you're just going to wind up going back to the throne room. Nothing else to do right now. That's the Chancellor, so he's like the king's right-hand man. The king's brother was so disgusted by the succession that he fled the castle, never looking back. I heard that he told the whole entire matter with Sarah a flip of a coin. Don't waste no coins on flippins. If you flip that coin and you lose it, you could use that towards something else, like, one of them stars from Denny's that help kids with multiple sclerosis. So back to King Figaro. Well, how do you like my castle? King Edgar, there's someone from the Empire here to see you, sire. Kefka, no doubt. There's that little asshole again. Remember the one that put the slave crown on Terra? And here he is in the desert, coming up to the castle, trying to start some shit with someone who's already his ally. We already know he's an asshole, so let's see where this goes. Philly, Emperor Ghestalian's stupid orders. Edgar, you pinhead. Why do you have to live out in the middle of the stinking desert? These recon jobs are the pits. There's sand on my boots. He talks like Chandler. There's sand on my boots. Chandler Bing. Kefka Bing. All gone, sir.
How pathetic.
For such a colorful person, he's such an asshole. Sir Kefka, what in the world brings you?
Out of my way!
Smack. It's like when you say click, when you don't really click a phone down. Smack. So, okay, now I'm controlling the king. Do you remember earlier when we took that shit from Mog? Well, let's go ahead and give him those items. He can also equip spears, so he's now from 58 attack to 90 attack, which will be great on his tools as well. And from a buckler to a mithril shield, give him more defense and magic defense. And voila. Go, Edgar. Now, see, you could talk to them if you want to, but I think you could just talk to Locke, and that's it. Oh, no, that's the other one. Okay, so now we're going to talk to Kefka, but you have to talk to the two soldiers first. You wouldn't be thinking of invading my kingdom next, would you? We have an alliance.
An alliance? With this miserable little sandpit? Don't make me laugh.
I hear you've been busy down south, taking over a country of three. Remember when we started out the game and we were talking about how the Imperial nation had absorbed 3 other nations and actually have the whole entire southern continent to their disposal? Just what is the Empire up to?
That's none of your concern.
Alright, Kefka.
What brings Emperor Gestal's own court mage, Kefka, to my humble castle? A girl of no importance recently escaped from us. We heard she found refuge here.
This wouldn't have anything to do with that witch everyone's been whispering about now, would it?
Lies. She merely stole something of minor value. Is she here?
That's a tough one. There are more girls here than grains of sand in the desert. A man couldn't possibly keep track of them all.
Oh, Edgar. You know you only stand to lose by trying to hide her from us. I truly hope nothing happens to your precious Figaro.
Whew. Wipe the sweat off our brow, people. That was intense.
I didn't like the sound of that.
Where's Terra? Take her to her room. I'd love to stay and chat, but the Chancellor and I need to do some planning now. Being the king's not all tea and crumpets, if you'll excuse me.
Follow me.
This is that place that I was telling you we're going to rest later anyway, so you don't have to rest in the that bedroom that I showed you earlier on the left-hand side of the castle. So he just disappears. Okay, so like, where the fuck did Locke go? How would you know where to go unless you played this game? So when you come out of that door, take a right and go immediately up, and it's right here. Really big shoe.
Sorry, I didn't mean to drag you around like this without giving you a chance to rest. I'm Locke, right? Edgar told me about you. Is it true that you're a thief? I'm a treasure hunter! On the surface, Edgar pretends to support the Empire. Truth is, he's collaborating with an underground resistance known as the Returners. I serve as their go-between. The old man you met in Narsche is one of us too. The Empire? But I'm an Imperial soldier. Not anymore. They were using you. That's all. Things are different now. It's just, I don't know what I should do. Whenever I try to think, it just makes my head hurt even worse. All that matters is that you make your own decisions from now on. You don't have to think too hard right now. You'll know what you want to do when the time comes. But how will I know which choice is right? Huh? Tear, tear, tear. Uh-oh, boom, ba-boom! Evil ass shit is going on here. We went to sleep only to find out that we were being bamboozled. What in the... The castle is on fire, let the motherfucker burn! Just kidding. What's going on? It's the Empire. Kefka, he... What do you think you're doing? Now this is the time you don't have to talk to them. Just go up here and talk to one of the soldiers and he's like, get her ready. Yes, sire. Had a change of heart? It seems I have no choice. Or perhaps I do. Oh my! The brave and noble king abandons his people to save his own skin! How utterly delightful! He might as well be the Wicked Witch of the West. Jump! Ba-ding, ba-ding! Alright, sink her into the sand! Yahoo! He was not expecting this. Kefka is no master of machinery, so he is going to be sunk down into the sand if he doesn't get his ass away from the castle, and the castle is a huge mechanized awesome. Witness the glory of Figaro! Rufio! Rufio! So, wow, this is steampunk out of control. The castle has sunk into the sand. That's pretty schmossome. Know what I'm saying? Go! Kill them! Okay, remember earlier when I used that spell in front of Locke and he didn't do anything? Now watch this shit. Alright, Terra's gonna use her spell. Fire Soul! What's the matter, Edgar? What made you jump like that all of a sudden? You see what I saw? You did, right? Right? Yeah, the kid's really something, huh? Really? Something? That was magic! Magic! Magic? She used magic? Whisper, 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 whisper. And Terra's over there like, these assholes, what the fuck? Terra. Your name is Terra, right? What exactly was that just now? I'm sorry, No, we should be apologizing. I didn't mean to make such a big deal out of it. Nor did I. It just surprised me. I mean, I've never actually seen magic before. Where did you... It doesn't matter, does it, Edgar? Terra can use magic, and we can't. That's all there is to it. The fact is, her magic could really help us right now. Thank you, Locke. Thank you, Kingy Poo. Wink. Quit swooning! So tools. That's the auto crossbow I told you was awesome. So I'm gonna go ahead and use that now. And no more magic, because we don't really need to use magic. Okay. Bravo Figaro! Son of a sandworm! You'll pay for this! That was great. Were those bad people? I'm scared. Terra, there's someone we'd like you to meet. Like I told you before, we're members of the Returners. Would you be willing to meet our leader? Magic is going to be the key to winning this war. Magic? That Esper reacted to your magical powers. There's gotta be a relationship. I don't know any more than you do. These powers just come naturally to me. But no human is born with the powers you have. Slow it down, peeps. What's going on here? So reel it in. Reel it in. Forgive me. What should I do? The Empire will be coming after us. They want your powers for their own. And if they get them, the world is done for. Terra, you want to understand your own powers, don't you? Then I think you should meet Bannon. He may be able to help you find out more about why you have them. Please, Edgar's right. There's a cave just south of here that leads to South Figaro. Let's head in that direction. Alright, south is the way I think we're forcing right now. But the castle is gone, and if you look around the desert right now, there is no castle anymore. So we can't even go back there. We can go back to Narsche if we want to, but it doesn't really help if we do that. So you go all the way down here to the southeast of the continent, to the cave, and disembark the chocobo. And this is the end of Chapter 3, The Flirtatious King Flees Figaro. We're going to go ahead and save our progress. And we're going to call it quits for today. I hope you enjoyed this segment of Final Fantasy VI walkthrough with Endov Gaymez. Alright, and we'll see you here next time for the 4th chapter. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.